the Cold War never ended. For some, it simply went underground. While most of the world feared the Soviet Union from afar, NATO built armies inside Europe, not to fight the Soviets, but to manipulate their own people. This was Operation Gladio. After World War II, NATO feared that if the Soviets invaded Western Europe, they'd take over within days. The plan? Secret stay-behind armies? Hidden cells of trained operatives ready to resist an occupation. But that invasion never came. And those armies? They didn't just wait. Instead, they acted. In Italy, Gladio operatives were linked to bombings, shootings, and political unrest. Far-right extremists used fear to sway voters, and Gladio gave them the tools to do it. In Belgium, children were kidnapped and murdered. Some suspect Gladio networks were involved. In Germany, caches of explosives and weapons were discovered, stashed by stay-behind units. Gladio wasn't one operation. It was a continent-wide network, backed by the CIA, funded through NATO, and according to documents, completely off the books. These weren't rogue agents. These were trained men with access to military-grade resources, operating in civilian nations with zero oversight. For decades, no one knew. Then, in 1990, Italy's Prime Minister Giulio Andreotti went public. He confirmed Gladio's existence and blew open a secret NATO had buried for over 40 years. The fallout was immediate. Investigations began, files were requested, but many were destroyed. In Italy, only fragments of truth emerged. Other nations denied everything. The European Parliament condemned Gladio, calling for full accountability. But no one was prosecuted. No one went to prison. No military officials were held responsible. Operation Gladio disappeared back into the shadows. Today, its legacy lives on in whispers, in questions that were never answered, and in lives that were forever altered. The Cold War may be over, but Gladio's shadow still lingers. Because when governments arm secret armies, who holds them accountable? Subscribe now for more of history you never knew.